Learning theorists claim that behavior is learned through experience. Learning theory proposes that all behavior is learned rather than inborn. John Dollard and Neil Miller, a drive. Something that motivates behavior. When infant is fed, drive is reduced, produces a feeling of pleasure. This is rewarding, called negative reinforcement, escaping from something unpleasant. Behavior which leads to being fed, likely to be repeated. Food becomes primary reinforcer, supplies the reward. Through the process of classical conditioning, the person who supplies the food is associated with avoiding discomfort and becomes a secondary reinforcer and a source of reward. Attachment occurs because the child seeks the person who can supply the reward. Stimulus responses are an example of classical conditioning, which is like what Ivan Pavlov had suggested with the food and the pleasure and the dog stuff, but in this case it's to do with food and mothers feeding their child the food. The food is the UCS to begin with, pleasure is the UCR, and then the mother is the neutral stimulus and the child has no response at first. And during conditioning, the mother and the child are paired, and then after conditioning, the neutral stimulus, which was the mother, is now the conditioned stimulus, which creates a conditioned response, which is the pleasure from the child.